Family members, this data is exploded. 80% of Bitcoin holders are making profits. Is Dog Village really so kind? Will there be a big washout? Insider information. The native dog giant whale with a 100% winning rate secretly increased its position. These coins. Hurry up and ambush. US. Stocks continue to crash. Is the financial crisis inevitable? Let's take a look with Alan. It's been a while since I analyzed the on-chain data in detail with you, especially now that the pie has broken through. It can be said that various data have changed a lot. It will definitely leave you stunned. So today we will analyze each item. See the data hidden behind BTC. What is going on? First, let's take a look. Contract opening volume data of recent weeks of market conditions. Is this an increase in price and volume? Is it still driven by temporary short fuel, like the big reshuffle in August? It was caused by the serial liquidation of a large number of long positions. The pie directly drops from 29,000 to 25,000. It only took a few dozen minutes. As a result, the total contract holdings at that time dropped sharply by 19.1%, a total of 64,000 BTC. Some of them were liquidated. There are also those who admit losses and stop losses. They were all cut off by institutions. At that time, it was because the Wall Street Journal reported that Musk cleared out. And from September to October, you can see the volume of contract openings is slowly increasing again, right? Then BlackRock warned at ETFs this week. Okay, here's another stopping. Cut short positions too. Look at the sharp drop in holdings. But price is short. This is a classic short squeeze. The only winners are the Wall Street guys. But I asked if I have a baby. Is this rise in price and volume a sign of weakness? Actually, there is some truth to this. But if you look at the wave of mavericks at the beginning of this year, this is also the kind of short squeeze. But later, as the currency price rose, attracting more and more retail investors to enter the market, so I started really walking around. So despite the current sharp drop in open interest, not a particularly good situation. But as long as the amount can be increased later, that will actually be another wave of mavericks. Because everyone has felt it these days. Retail investors' emotions were aroused. So in a few days, let's look back again. What happened to this data? Okay, next, let's take a look at the data at the beginning. 81% of BTC holders are now experiencing floating profits. This indicator has exceeded the historical average of 73.3%. Long term, this is a very positive sign, because every time this indicator, if you climb up from 40% at the bottom of the big bear market, then its end, it will gradually reach the 90% sales range. This is true whether it is a calf or a big car. Some newcomers may not understand this indicator. In fact, use it to buy bottoms and escape tops at the large cycle level. It can be said that it has been tried and tested repeatedly. After talking about the data, Alan will give it to everyone. Look at the position of the Earth Dog King. There are really surprises inside. Everyone has seen the few coins he holds. It's all floating profit, right? TRB has been in the market since a week ago. The timing is very good. Besides that, he has recently planned the popular LQTY project, and everyone saw it yesterday. A big positive line went directly up. So this person either swung or he knows some inside information, right? And now he has also laid out FTT and ZRX. These two include the previous LQTY. Haven't stopped profit yet. So if you don't have a clue during the copycat season, you can refer to his configuration. This is all smart money's real offer. Alan often says, data on the chain is open and transparent. The big players have nowhere to hide. As long as you are willing to study hard, then you are in this field. It can definitely outperform more than 90% of retail investors. In fact, look at the K line. It's better to just take a look at the main positions. See if they have left or not. Operate with the banker. I always post these in the group. Then back to the present. Just when everyone is celebrating that the pie has broken through the previous high, Alan felt a little worried. Because there are unusual signals coming from Wall Street. The shadow of the financial crisis is once again spreading. Just look at the performance of US stocks and you will know. The picture shows the trend of the US stock market Nasdaq. He has been exploring all the way since the middle of this year, continuously falling below support. Very scary. So what is it that has Wall Street elite so panicked? You will know just by looking at this picture. The picture below is the 10-year US Treasury bond minus the 3-month US bond interest rate curve. I was really shocked after watching Alan. It's been a year. The interest rate curve is still inverted, and the depth is unprecedented in history. 2,000 years of dot-com bubble, and before the U.S. subprime mortgage crisis in 2008, everything happened upside down. Like the inversion in 2000, it was even deeper. Therefore, the retracement of U.S. stocks is also greater. But these comparisons to this recent time, it's just drizzle. Then why does the United States talk about interest rate inversion? Just smelling it makes me look different. Alan has talked about this before. You go to the bank to deposit. It must be that the longer the regular time, the interest will be higher, right? That's because long-term deposits carry more uncertainty than short-term deposits. But look at the US. That it stands to reason that the 10-year US the interest rate will definitely be higher than the short-term 3-month rate. But just the opposite. Market makers are more fearful of recent market trends. Such concerns exceed the premium on the 10-year Treasury note. In addition, even though the Federal Reserve is not raising interest rates, but the Nasdaq still started to weaken. So everyone should pay attention. Even if there is a crisis, he only has a 20% chance. That's pretty big, right? Alan was born in a major. Perspectives are never limited to encryption. You usually read more research reports from institutions such as Goldman Sachs and Morgan. Maybe you will have a broader perspective. Well, that's it for today's program. Please click to subscribe. Our next bull market. Say goodbye to wealth and freedom together.